Hi, it's Nikki. How are you? How's things? I hope you're good. Today I want to talk about those big dreams that you have and those things that maybe you said as a kid and for whatever reason, maybe they were just brushed to the side. And I hate this pressure that we may have had or that society put on us, that unless we did something by a certain age, that ship has sailed. I think there are very few things in life where we have to say to ourselves, like, there's just absolutely nothing we can do about that now. Like, that has been put to bed. Many, many things in life, I believe that we can start at any age. And this is your invitation today to really think about those big dreams and to sit with them and to make friends with them and to bring them out of a drawer where they've maybe been lurking for a while. My children are 7, so I have a boy who's 7 and a girl who's 3. And I'm really interested, like every mother is, about their own children, who they are. What do they like? What do they don't like? What they don't like? What makes them tick? I feel being a parent is a constant investigation because these people live in your house, you know, you're spending so much time. And I found it's become so much easier as the months and years have gone on, the more when I can work with my children and I understand what's going on for them and then maybe predict how I can support them. And sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't at all, and they surprise me and shock me and I have to up my parenting game because I've clearly got to a point where I'm like, oh no, I thought I knew all of these things. Actually, I know nothing. So it's always a very humbling experience as well. Anyway, the point of this story is my daughter the other day was watching something on the TV. And it was one of those where there were loads of adults dancing. I can't quite remember what it was, the Wiggles or something. And she turned to me with a look that I recognised. I'd seen it in myself also. And this goes without saying, by the way, even though Matt and I have been in the entertainment industry for a long time now, we are not pushy showbiz parents. We haven't been like, right, let's get you an agent. Right, let's fulfill this agenda that we have for your life. Not at all. But my 3-year-old looked at me and said, I want to do that one day. I want to be on TV. When can I do that? And it took me by surprise because even though I can see probably some theatrical genes in her, once again, I have no agenda for her. I don't want to push her into anything. I don't want to fulfill, you know, there's some parents that are like, okay, it didn't happen for me, so I'm now going to, no, there's nothing like that. But it was interesting in that moment because the response that I gave her was, you can if you want. It's possible for you. You can be on the TV one day if you want to. And then in that instance, I was able to say, Mummy's been on the TV. It's possible. Now, if she had said that she wanted to fly a plane, I would have been able to say, like, yep, it's possible. You can fly a plane. You have to get a pilot's license, but you can fly a plane one day. And yet me going, well, I don't really know about that or anything like that. So I was lucky in that instance that I was able to give some context to that and say, and for her to see it first and foremost, that that was possible. The point to this is when you have that big dream or that desire or that thing that falls out your mouth where you go, oh, I would love to do that one day. The best thing that you can do in that instance is to find somebody who has already done it. Maybe somebody who's like you, maybe somebody who's not like you, but somebody who has done it nonetheless. Because what happens then is suddenly, once you see somebody else has done that, you are then able to open up that plan, that idea into something expansive rather than something that just shrinks and shrivels and kind of, I don't know, disintegrates. And what most of us do is we expect maybe our nearest and dearest to say, yeah, go on, you can do that thing. That would be amazing. But what can happen is most of the time our nearest and dearest want to protect us. They want to keep us safe. They want the best for us. And what they might do is they may place their own beliefs, perceptions, modalities, way of working onto you. And what I want you to remember in this moment is that the people who are in your life, they're not all there to serve the same purpose. They're not all thinking in a certain way. And that's really good quite often in families because there is a blend. There's old, there's young, there's different needs, and that's the way that a family happens. But what I find so often with my clients, especially with people that I talk to, we're asking the questions to the wrong people. We're asking for support, or we're asking for belief from other people that maybe are not in a position to give it because they don't believe it themselves. And so what we do when we ask those people is we believe what they say and then we just put it to bed because we've said it out loud, we've done the first thing, and then it's been knocked down. And then what happens is that part of our mind wakes up and goes, maybe it isn't possible. Maybe I was. And I think it's so easy for all of us to do this where we go, maybe it's not possible. Maybe, well, yeah, I mean, who am I to do that? I mean, I just don't know where I would start. And we get into that dialogue. We get into that narrative. And so what I want you to do today is if you have a goal, a desire, a dream, something that just spills out, first and foremost, I want you to explore it. I also want you to assume that that is meant for you. Because I know that when I felt that in my body where I go, oh, I want to do that thing, or yes, that would be amazing. I know when that comes out of me and I know what that looks and feels like. Because I've also become very familiar with all the things that I don't want to do. You know, when you might get that invitation to something, or you might see something online and you're like, no, not for me. No, not for me. There's always those moments, like I saw a thing the other day where somebody was running alongside the outside of a hot air balloon and then leaping off. And I just watched it like, no, thank you. No, not for me at all. So if I know instinctively what's not for me, I also have to trust that instinct of, well, maybe that thing, that desire, that thing that I want to do, maybe that is for me. So what am I going to do with that? Where am I going to take that? Where do I need to go next? I hope that has been useful for you today. If you want to explore further, if you want to go into more of the nitty-gritty, I would love to support you in this. There are several places you can go. Go to the goal setting room, which is in the freebies house. You can go and do my goal setting course, or we could do a one-on-one. I absolutely love doing these. I've been doing them for the last 10 years. You can do an Ask Me Anything. You can do a strategy session. I'm here for all of it. So email me, hello@nickyraby.com. Just go to my website, nickyraby.com/work with me. Any questions, you know where I am. I'll see you next time. All right.